Sinam Darashi Rashi Dangi dangi dun pampi tu kula cha da cha John Miguel I'm begin Mula gomba ya Kun Buddha Bhattacharya Sim Chin Tam Chi La Gun Chang Bim Ni Sim Sim Ba Sen Ram Chang Sen Tam Tu Bi Ta Shi Bi Devar Shiva Yela Chazelu Jampashunu Paldenderjidin Jenrizi Wangun Bojambe Sai bu jibanam bersil nam kini bu hachugunduzam bedur jibegarlushindam nur budawa Rejinim Chazelinam Atashi Belgiju Chanchu Simba Gela Chazelu Rincindu Jutashi Seginya Doju Bumzang Iyogamala Nyenda Dundam Punso Belbeu Minu Yatin Wangirholodi Rinchen Dajogi Gishazenjin Chodugilwa Chojingizim Gesumo Belwin Dashilamogela Chazelu Dajashinbu Dejusimebu Mido Dangel Boyu Pagi Buddha Luami Miza Namantu Sede Laze Huluda Jishulada dun dun durji jin piwa re di chu den gel zin zin sa sum ne zu gele ja ji bil ji den gyo am na ge la cha zelo da cha den bi cha zum bala ge dang ye sewa gunji jing do ton bile sam don jin du rashi de le kun sum zum shu. Okay, you all can hear properly or not? Someone maybe can't hear.
Very well, thank you.
Okay, wonderful. Okay, so just to let you know about this, it's not going to be a kind of a professional teaching in the sense teach this. Actually, it's a holiness advice me to teach you all this Nolsang. We call this smoke puja. It's called Nolsang in Tibetan. So we all know because of this pandemic, you know, I think whole world is suffering now, and many beings, you know, they have lost their lives, and many beloved one, and of course, like whole world is now affected by this tragic virus. So ever since I think the from the ever since the pandemic started to spread everywhere, so holiness immediately taught us. We also haven't been doing this smoke special puja before, so immediately he taught us here, and also all these melodies and how to do. So from the, I think from now around more than 2 months I think, we have been doing every morning without even skipping for a single day, because this is the effective smoke puja to, you know, vanish, or how do you say, remove, or get rid of this virus. So it's a very, very effective, which has given by Guru Rinpoche. When there was in the past, there was also a pandemic like this virus happened to King Chisung Deodzin, the first king of Tibet, and all the entire kingdom was, you know, suffered by the pandemic. So Guru Rinpoche has given this Nolsang, we call this Nolsang. So it's a smoke puja. So Holiness, I think his kind advice is to do as much as possible. So here we are performing every morning. So I think many of you already have watching the live. So I think Holiness thought, if I teach how to do and how to chant to all of you, so all of you can always join together and practice. So which will be very effective for all of us, you know, for ourselves and also for other beings, whole world, for the whole world. So I think for that purpose, Holiness sort of asked me to teach. He said, just teach the melodies and the Damaru and Bell. There's not much of Damaru and Bell, it's quite simple. But I think melodies are, I think once you get used to it, then you find it easy to, you know, chant together with the live, which we always post in the Facebook. So that's the kind of, how do you say, why we are doing this, yeah, mainly. And also I think definitely all of you might be very how do you say, interesting to also know the meaning and all these things. So the text, you all have got my transcription, yeah, very, very rough sort of transcription I've done. So because I couldn't find, I think there might be, I was told there's a translation also, so I will try to get it and then we can go through it. And then for today and also maybe this next Saturday and Sunday, for few weekends, we can, 1 or 2 weekends, we can just start learning, learning the chanting, yeah, melodies and all these things. Then later I can give you also a bit of explanation of what it is. It has not much of deep meaning. It's all actually means. So let me just tell you Nolsang in Tibetan, as I mentioned before. Nol, we say Nolsang, yeah. So Nol means it's a contaminated. We say contaminated, yeah. And then sang means removing or purifying or cleansing, So, this kind of pandemic is happening, from our perspective. Maybe there are so many mundane way of looking at it, maybe sometimes we blame on the people, he did it, he did that, and some countries did that. Maybe that also in a way it's true, but from our perspective, from the spiritual way of looking at it, I think everything gets contaminated. There are so many things which can you hear?
Yes.
Which can get contaminated, yeah. Because of our action, like we do, in this, how do you say, in this modern time, unfortunately, many of us, we are very much after materialistic things, and then we forget about the nature, we forget about the we always look for our own pleasure. So because of that, this virus also, actually we say it's come from Wuhan, and then the main source of coming is because they've been eating live animal, there's the main cause, that's what they say. I think that's true. So because of the way we behave and the way we how do you say, treat the animals and treat the beings and treat the nature, so our action of, how do you say, killing, harming others, all this, then all this guru, daka, dakinis, all this mundane, there are so many mundane deities, they all get contaminated, so then they are not happy, and then nature is definitely contaminated because we have been polluting like anything, we don't care. We just deforest for our own pleasure. We can just kill animals for our own pleasure, for good taste, to wear good clothing. We can do anything. So all these deities, daka, dakinis, and all these get contaminated. That's why then the pandemic happens, such kind of this kind of tragic pandemic happens. And also not only pandemics in this year, I think the news from everywhere is just frightening, one after the other. It's just endless kind of disasters are happening everywhere, because I think now nature contaminated, so mother nature is also, we can say, it's angry, that's why then we get all this unpleasure result out of that. So that's why I think this Nolsang, so Nol means contaminated. So in order to remove and in order to make them happy, or I think this particular smoke puja is very much needed, very crucial and very important to do in this specific time. So I think Holiness thought it's very important to do, not only us here in Amitabha, but all our Sangha around the world can also join together, so then we can pray and wish then this virus can be vanished quickly and very soon. So yeah, so that's the main, how do you say, purpose of doing this. So let me and also not only, and also emotion, the contaminated get from our action, and also our afflictive emotions like hatred, angry, I don't know, frustration, irritating, and of also desire, this all because of jealousy, and all this afflictive emotion also can, that cause all this divine deity contaminated, so So that's why I think this smoke puja, by doing this, and there are so many, I think it will come in the text when we do it. And also next time, or maybe today cannot, maybe next time once we finish learning the melodies and all these things, then we can go through entire text, what does actually it say. So it says every single detail, this contaminated, that, and then for that purpose we are offering this smoke puja. So it's very clearly said. So that will come later, you don't worry. That's why we will, I think it's a very effective, and it's very important to do in this crucial time. So there's a story about this as I just mentioned briefly, in the past, to this first king of the Tibet. Then Guru Rinpoche was also present then, So there's a story. Let me just read it for all of you, so then you can get the idea of what actually it means. So it says, when the master Padmasambhava was practicing at Samye Chimbu cave. So I think many of you have already been to Tibet. Samye, I haven't been. So Guru Rinpoche was practicing there, So King Chisung Dyudzin had been unwell for a long time, it says, the first king of, Dharma king of Tibet. So he was very unwell for a long time. So throughout the land, there was famine, and then blight. Blight means all this, how do you say? I think you all know much better than me. And then frost and hail. And along with epidemics and many other bad omens, after much discussion, the ministers called those who are necessary, a doctor, a diviner, and an astrologer, because of entire kingdom was unwell, and including the king. So they call all of these doctor, diviner, and astrologer. The doctor checked the king pulse and said, this is not a pulse of any disease of the four humor, I don't know, four elements maybe, no? Four humor, it says. That's what doctor said. There is a submerged clouded channel, Thus it is probably an illness caused by impurity. Impurity means contaminated, So after this, the diviner, doctor said, there is no sickness, such sickness. When he feels the pulse, there is no such sickness. I can't see it, just because of the impurity, something caused by impurity. That's why you are suffering. And then this diviner, after this, the diviner perform a divination, and the astrologer made calculations, as they do, to check what is the actually cause. So they all agreed that the king and all the local deities had become agitated by some impure contamination, pollution, So that happened. They all checked, and then it's not nothing. It's not a kind of a disease, It's caused by the impurity, pollution, and then contaminated, contamination, pollution. But neither doctor, nor diviner, nor astrologer, nor anyone else had any idea what causes and conditions had brought about the contamination. What actually it happened, how it happened, why it's happened. They have no idea. So after the activities of King Chisung Dyudzin, Queen, the Mongza Tricham, I think the King Chisung Dyudzin's Cham, or his wife Mongza Tricham, she had given birth to a contaminated child. Means what do you call this? Contaminated child. The queen secretly handed the baby over to a servant woman, her servant woman, and saying, it is the utmost importance that you hide this without anyone seeing you. She did a very bad thing. She said, just hide this baby. I think she killed, and then asked her servant to hide it, So the servant buried the baby's corpse in the ground. Because the corpse came into contact with the belly of the earth deity. That's what we say. We have everywhere. I mean, relatively, there are so many deities: earth deity, fire deity, wood deity. I don't know, the temple deity, traveler deity. It will come when we read the Nolsang itself. So it contact, it says because the corpse came into contact with the belly of the earth deity, who presided over the place. The owner of the land and all the local deities were struck down by pollution and impurity. So this is an example, actually. That's what I mentioned before: the action, what we do, and the feeling, the emotion, what we actually have. This all can cause contamination. So it says here, struck down by pollution and impurity, so becoming agitated. Hence, the king and his realm had become unwell, for a long time. The servant woman also fell ill, stricken and polluted. She developed rheumatism in her head and limbs. A doctor was called and consulted. It is not a disease of a four humor, he said. Doctor says not a disease of a four humor or four elements. You have been struck by one impure contamination, pollution, but I don't know what type of contamination this is, and so I have no means to cure your illness. That's what doctors told her. Then the servant explained in detail how she had hid Tricham's baby, how she hid and how she did. So she told, Tricham's baby means the King Chisungdizan's the wife's baby. So this story spread from one person to another until it reached the king's ear. So slowly, king heard it. And then the king called Tricham and asked her about it. So Tricham thought this will put the servant's life in danger. So she did not tell the truth. So she, she's very scared of king, and then she thought it's going to be danger of her life. So she didn't tell the truth. The king was angry and thought she would punish Tricham, her wife, his wife. But Tricham went to Ugyen Rinpoche, means Guru Rinpoche. So Guru Rinpoche was present then, so she went to Guru Rinpoche, Ugyen Rinpoche, to beg for protection, to beg for protection. So Ugyen Rinpoche wrote a letter to the king and sent it to him along with a blessed note. A blessed note means that the protection. It seems you are thinking of, that Guru Rinpoche said, it seems you are thinking of punishing Queen Tricham. However, I am a yogi who realized that appearances are not real. That's true. I mean, here it's true. As soon as we have this very solid attitude of the things which appears, we have no, I mean, we always talk about emptiness, it doesn't exist, but then in reality, deep in our mind, we are so solidly attached with all these existing things, which is so solid, it's just imprinted in our mind. So as soon as we have the clinging attitude, so everything is there, there will be spirit, there will be, contamination, there will be disease, there will be suffering, there will be all sorts of things, So, so that's why Guru Rinpoche said now, it says here, I'm a yogi who realizes that appearances are not real. For Guru Rinpoche, is not real, existent things are just an illusion. So for him, nothing will affect, For us, we have so solid clinging attitude towards this, the existing things, so we suffer, So when we put our hand in the fire, it get burned, So all these things happens because of our clinging attitude. So for Guru Rinpoche, he has already realized, he is a realized being. So for him, even the disease and even the pandemic wouldn't affect for sure. That's what he says. I'm a yogi who realizes that appearances are not real, because I know that all these various appearances come about through dependent origination, independent. We all are dependent origination. We fully depends on the, independent origination. So that's what Guru Rinpoche said. I have the power. So Guru Rinpoche said, I have the power to eliminate not only this impure contamination pollution, so but that specific Chicham's baby hide in the ground and then that contacted the earth deity. So Guru Rinpoche said, not only this I can clear, I have the power to eliminate not only this impure contamination pollution, but the pollution of the mental afflictions, like what we have, like desire, attachment, hatred, angry, and what I don't know, agitated, frustration, all sorts of the afflictive emotions. He said, but the pollution of the mental afflictions, the 5 poisons as well, I have a purification method that is easy to perform. So that's what Guru Rinpoche said. I have a purification method that is easy to perform with few words and great benefit. Just read it and then there's a lot of great benefit. Please now gather together all the substances and equipment that you will need. So substances is for the smoke puja, particularly for this smoke puja, there is a lot of different substances we have to. That's what Guru Rinpoche advised them. So he said, please now gather together all the substances and equipment that you will need. Don't worry, King. He told King, don't worry, King. Come tomorrow with your ministers and retinue to the summit of Samye Hebori. He said, you all come to me, Guru Rinpoche's place, Samye Hebori. He asked the king and all these ministers and all the kingdom people. So the king was very pleased. He gathered the substances and equipments, and the next day he went to the top of the Hapori mountain, means the where the Guru Rinpoche stays. The great master was there, Guru Rinpoche was there. He put all the substances that the king had brought into a large, spacious container, and as they burn, he recite this ritual. So ritual is the Nolsang, So this is the brief sort of story or whatever, how this Nolsang, this particular smoke puja came about. So then Holy Guru Rinpoche was reciting this, the text which I have sent to all of you. It's a very poor transcription because I don't know how to put this dot and all these things. It's a very straight, but I think just for reading, I hope it's okay for all of you to just read it together. It's fine, you can all read. The font is big enough. Yeah. You all can hear me properly?
Yes,
okay, great.
Thank you.
Wonderful. Okay, so that's
can we have it a bit louder?
Interesting story, yeah. I wouldn't say interesting story, but yes, that's the story how it came about, this Nolsang. So I think definitely Holiness thought it's a very effective for all of us to also do as much as possible, especially we ourselves, we all consider as a practitioner, so in wonderful. So we consider ourselves as a practitioner, so I think this is a very crucial time for all of us to concentrate on practice as much as possible, because now it's I feel it's very funny every day by hearing all this funny in the sense difficult, and then seeing all this drastic kind of news and situation. It's very uncertain, isn't it? The life, life is very uncertain. That's what we always talk. We always say impermanent. Everything doesn't exist. And also, we always read in the sutras. We always read in the text, but it just remains there. Deep in our mind, we don't have. I don't know. Like people like me, we have no. How do you say? Understanding of real impermanent, so this kind of pandemic, in a way, it's a great thing to really remind us how impermanent the life is. Nothing, all of a sudden, in a week or two, the whole world almost collapsed. It's just unbelievable, isn't it? So that actually really shows it's really the teacher of impermanent. It shows in front of our eyes, the things which we expected to be remain forever the same. Not, if all of a sudden in 1 or 2 weeks we cannot travel anymore, we cannot go out in the market anymore. So that actually shows that is the impermanent. Nothing exists as it appears to be. So we shouldn't be so strongly, so how do you say, have a very imprinted, very strong attitude towards the existent things, and then we get all this nonsense kind of thought and nonsense feeling, nonsense afflictive emotion. All this comes, because of our own creation, our own way of looking at the world. So in a way, it's a great thing, or really great teaching of impermanent. We all have to realize, this pandemic itself is making us realize how impermanent the things are. So anyway, so that's the kind of story how this Nolsang came about. So let's now, I wouldn't talk that much, as I mentioned, because of timing, and also next time we can focus more once we finish chanting, learning the melodies. So then I can explain, and also by then I probably be getting the translation of this text, so then we can always go through it. Yeah, when we chant together, you all can chant together. There are a few comments coming, but then it just comes and it just goes. So I don't know, someone is saying something.
Tingla, if we all chant together with the volume on, then the audio becomes distorted.
I see. Okay.
Because
so it's okay. You all,
yeah.
let's make that you all can hear me, and then you can put on mute, doesn't matter. But then maybe yeah, okay, it's okay. No, it's there is a no gap, right? You can simultaneously with me chant together.
We can try. There are 64 participants on this Zoom call. So it might be difficult for us to hear you if 64 people are chanting at the same time. My recommendation, but we'll follow your advice, is that everyone goes on mute except you.
I don't know which is better.
I think it's better if people are on mute, because we can't all sing at the same time through the Zoom platform. It will not happen at the same time, Ting. If we all try and chant, we will not be chanting together, because the platform doesn't allow that coordination of sound.
It delays and we will not hear you. So
Yeah,
better
we hear you.
So you all will be on mute, is it?
Yes, better.
Then you all can hear me nicely.
Yeah.
Clearly.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, that's good then. Yeah, it's a kind.
I think if I would suggest, then you record it and then everybody can play at their own leisure,
Okay.
Yeah.
Can we know the page number, please?
From the beginning, the text which I sent to.
We're gonna go. Yeah, thank you.
Does everyone know how to mute themselves? Because I think the leader, whoever's leading the group, can actually mute all the participants. So
yes,
I think you have the power to mute everyone. I don't know where on your screen it would be.
Yeah, I have been doing that.
Oh, great.
But it also then means muting Tingla, so I've just been doing it manually as people join the call.
Okay.
You can leave Tingla open and mute everyone else. There is a feature like that. So
Yeah, it would just interfere.
As soon as you all can hear me, then it's okay. Yeah.
We just sing quietly, can't we?
Yeah.
We can just sing quietly. If we don't have to sing very loud, do we? So if the muting doesn't work, we can just sort of silently say the words, but listen to you, so we're not creating a disturbance through the airways.
Mary,
Okay.
it's better if we all mute. Mary, it's much better if we all mute ourselves separately. The picture.
I'm not disagreeing. I'm just saying if the muting doesn't work, then the alternative is that we just do it very silently to ourselves.
It's working.
Like Ting sings.
Yeah. Okay, let's then, now you all have the text which I sent, the transcription of the Nolsang?
Yeah.
Okay. So that's in the beginning, it's refuge. So Nolsang itself has only the Nolsang part, you know, smoke puja, which Guru Rinpoche said. So this is the transcription I did the complete from the refuge to the dedication. So which has made by holiness, because we put in one all together, you know, instead of, you know, reading from here bits and pieces and from there bits and pieces. So we made this original text, you know, all together with from the refuge. So it's a straightforward, just only from this, you know, it has a complete from refuge to dedication. So I've written there refuge. So we all know that, you know, refuge is very important in whatever practice we do, you know. Refuge and bodhicitta development I've written there. Both are very important. Without the refuge and bodhicitta, we don't, our practice doesn't go anywhere. If we consider ourselves as a Mahayana practitioner, in order to reach to the Mahayana level, you know, I mean, from the Hinayana perspective, we have to have the refuge, at least, and the renunciation of the world, you know, semi-renunciation, if not complete sort of renunciation, that we have to have. Otherwise, we wouldn't practice, you know, for what purpose we are practicing. It's not for enjoyment, it's not for fun, or maybe there are maybe some other reason, but as a practitioner, a refuge is to have the renunciation, you know, in order not to rebirth, you know, reborn to all these six realms beings. So I deeply want to take refuge under the Buddha, Dharma, and Sangha. So that's the kind of a, how do you say, main purpose of taking refuge. Yeah. So I wouldn't go through the detail of refuge. I think more or less we all have the idea of what is refuge. It's mainly renunciation. You know, refuge doesn't mean reading. What is it? Refuge doesn't mean reading few lines and then that's refuge, you know. Reciting is not a refuge. You know, reading is not a refuge. Refuge should comes from our mind, or our, how do you say, from our heart, you know. So sense of renunciation is the refuge. Yeah. So by looking at this world, everything is suffering, you know, all this, even though it looks temporarily, it looks pleasure, it looks nice, it looks beautiful, it looks romantic or whatever, all these things, but then it's a very temporary thing, you know. For long run, all this temporary pleasure will be giving you suffering. So literally it's the whole world. That's what we say, the four mind training, you know. So to have the renunciation, I always sort of remind all of my friends and also all my colleagues, I mean, for including myself, we always have to remember the four mind training. We should always specifically, I mean, especially this kind of, you know, when we go through this kind of pandemic, we should always remember and try to cultivate the four mind training. It's very important. I think that will give you the fundamental or the basic understanding of what actually renunciation means. So we have to remember how precious the human life, you know. I want to highlight this, especially in this pandemic time. I think the beings are like going through tremendous suffering because many of them has no Buddha Dharma, no understanding. You know, I mean, I heard a lot about the news when the whole world kind of a lockdown. It's a panic, you know. They are so stressed, they are so angry, they are so hatred. You know, they always fight with why we cannot go out, because they always thought that happiness comes from outer the materialistic things, you know. They always fully depends on that. So all of a sudden everything shut down, so they can't live anymore by yourself, you know. So we, like people like us, a handful of people like us, are so fortunate, so lucky to have Buddha Dharma in our life. So I don't think all of you also face find this kind of pandemic, it's a really something very difficult, you know, because we know it's the outer materialistic things wouldn't give you the ultimate happiness, you know, which comes within ourselves. So in order to have this kind of understanding, I think 4 mind training is very important. Always, we should always remember, you know, I would take this opportunity to remind all of you also to remember every day how fortunate we are, how, you know, our precious life, you know, I mean, now see the by looking at this world, the situation of this world now, the very funny, very uncertain, very frightening kind of situations is happening. So we have to remember that every day, every you know, sort of every hour, how impermanent it is, how life precious it is. You know, we never know when it's going to end, you know. I mean, now the wars are happening, so many disasters are happening, so we never know what will happen. And also, yeah, then 4 mind training, anyway, all of you know, I don't have to sort of re-mention all of this again. So that's actually, I mean, refuge means that having the renunciation, you know? So sense of understanding of everything is suffering. So I take refuge under the Buddha, Dharma, and Sangha. If we say Guru, Guru is the embodiment of Buddha, Dharma, Sangha, Dhaka, taking everything in one. So we take refuge under him or her. Oh, I don't know, we wouldn't say him or her actually to Guru. So that's the refuge, yeah, that's the refuge. So that's why we have refuge in every practices, no matter what, you know, we always take refuge. So here also, that's why we say, then I wrote here, play bell. So actually we do with the cymbal and a drum. So all of you, maybe we don't have that, and maybe some group you can do together, but then doesn't matter. For time being, just play the damaru and bell. So here we play bell, like, you know, just here we always do with the cymbal and drum. So I don't know. And then now, Namo Lama Deshe Dubegu Gonsho Sungi Rajila Dagandu Simchen Nama Janchu Perdu Gyatsuji Namo Lama Deshe Dubegu Gonsho Sungi Rajila Dagandu Simchen Nama Janchu Perdu Gyatsuji Namo Lama Deshe Dubegu Gonsho Sungi Rajila Dagandu Simchen Nama Janchu Perdu Gyatsuji. So we repeat the refuge 3 times. Yeah, we can fold hand. We always do with the refuge. So we are taking refuge from the depth of our heart, you know, without any distraction. We take refuge under Buddha, Dharma, and Sangha to liberate us. And then, you know, that's what I mean. Later on, I can go through the every bits and pieces of explanation of all the words, I think, next time. Yeah. So these melodies are directly from Holiness. I would say it's Holiness Mind Treasure. You know, he always teaches so many different nice melodies. So we are very fortunate. So this is the same Holiness directly taught me, and then I'm teaching to all of you. So it's also not very fast. So you all always can, I think, for Westerners like you guys, I think needed melody when you practice. So now you have to remember the melody. Yeah. So it's same. Again, let's do together. Namo Lama Deshe Dubegu Gonsho Sungi Rajila Dagandu Simchen Nama Janchu du gyapsuchi Namo lama de shi de begu kunchu sungi rangila da da ju ju semje nama jangju perdu gyapsuchi Namo lama de shi de begu kunchu sungi rangila Da da ju ju semje nama jangju perdu kyapsunchi. And then now Bodhicitta development, yeah, is the same melody goes. So Bodhicitta development is again, development and Bodhicitta is again very important, very crucial. Without that, it doesn't reach to the Mahayana level. So when Bodhicitta development, we all know, we our selfish attitude, we have to throw that, instead of saying I want to get liberated, I don't want suffering, I want this and that, I want to born in the upper realm, and all these things are very much Hinayana, and maybe we can say Hinayana, or very, very conservative mind. Yeah, so we always have to have when we have to arise our bodhicitta mind. Our mind is our mind is it has a capacity, so it's we can just extend it. We have to arise the bodhicitta mind in order to help beings, benefit beings. Not only me get liberated, I want the entire world, all the human beings, all realms beings, I want to get liberated from this tremendous suffering. So that for that purpose, and today we can say for that purpose, to liberate the entire beings from the suffering, for that purpose I want to get enlightenment. That's what we always say. So for that, then I want to practice this Nolsang. For this, I want to practice, I want to learn, I want to chant, I want to recite this particular smoke puja. So that is the actually bodhicitta development. We have to extend our mind, so then which can include entire, not only yourself, not only your loved ones, not only your neighbors, which is also very good, but as a Mahayana or the especially Vajrayana practitioner, we have to include entire beings, including your enemy who you don't like, including I don't know, whoever you hate, and all this we have to include. Bodhicitta development mainly is that's what we call bodhicitta development. So, okay, let's read again. Simchendu guntundu lama sangi dumneni Kangla kandu chilegi Drua drulwa simgidu Simchendu guntundu lama sangi dumneni Kangla kandu chilegi Drua drulwa simgidu. So that's what we say. It's the same melody, but refuge and bodhicitta development is same melody. Okay, let's do again, so then you will get used to the melody. Kangla kandu chilegi Drua drulwar tamchao Simchendu kuntundu lama sangi dumneni Kangla kandu chilegi Jua Lor Simki Du Simchen Jua Kundandu Lama Sangi Dumneni Kangla Kandu Chinlegi Jua Lor Simki Du. So that's the Bodhicitta development. And then next I said it's 3 times, and then cleanse and purify the substances for the burnt offering with Rang Yang Kang. Yeah, some also say Ram Yang Kang. It's the same. We normally say Rang Yang Kang. It's a nga sound. You can also say Ram Yang Kang. Doesn't matter. It's, I think, more or less same. Here, what does it mean? Cleanse and purify the substances for the burnt offering. So, which actually we need a little bit of burning offering, all these different substances, which I can later tell all of you. But I think for all of you guys, it's difficult to, as I know, many of you cannot burn even the incense in the room, because of this alarming and all this difficult. So in that kind of situation, you shouldn't feel bad. Just one single incense will also do. We have to have the visualization of by your heart you are offering all different substances. That will do. So if you have any kind of different substances, also we are all most welcome. If the situation allows you to have burn the different substances, then you can do it. If not, then doesn't matter. You shouldn't be conservative about I cannot do this, so once if I don't have the substances, I cannot do the practice. It's not like that. It's a very, very relaxed, it's a very flexible in terms when it comes to the practices. Our Buddhist practice is a very flexible way of doing it. So you can have just a single incense also will do, or maybe you have more, much better. Yeah, if you have more, then most welcome. So then let's read together this one. So this has no melody, just read. It's a long one anyway. Rang yang kang sangze namgye madak pe jiye bakso tamje satur chude tongbar chang om subhava shuddha sarva dharma subhava shuddho hang tongpe ngangle drumle rinpoche ne yang sing gya chewa namgye nang om ahung shuwa le jungwe sangze duyon ge namba khadok jiro nishu punsum chokpa namkha parnang saji tamche kyape dujin samgi mi kyapa mi zangwe jima yi gyön tamche jungware jebe yontene kepare jindang dangbe yongsu kangware gyuru. So then here Namasarva Tathagata, we have to do the mudra. Nama sarva tathagata paye vishu mukhe be sarva tegang ugat saparana imanga gana khang soha. Nama sarva tathagata paye vishu mukhe sarva tegang ugat saparana imanga gana khang soha. Nama sarva tathagata paye vishu mukhe be sarva tegang ugat Saparana imanga gana soha. Nama sarva tathagat Baye vishu mukhe be sarva thega ugade saparana imanga gana soha. Nama sarva tathagata baye vishu mukhe sarva thega ugade saparana imanga gana soha. Nama sarva tathagat Baye vishu mukhe be sarva thega ugade saparan imanga gana soha. So, Kesangla, good to see you. So this one we do 7 times. I think many of you are familiar with this mudra. We call it number nangze, Buddha. yeah, Verochana, Buddha Verochana mudra, we call it. So we have to visualize a Kang, letter Kang inside, and then from the letter Kang, lots of different lights comes out from the Kang, and then it cleans or purify all the burned substances. Yeah, so that's cleansing or purifying the thing. Okay, so okay, you want to do again? Yeah, so this oh sorry, my text. I'm also reading the English one with all of you. Yeah, Nama Sarva Tathagata Baye Vishamukhe Be Sarva Thekang Uga. So it's like this actually. This middle two fingers are touching, and then the index finger and small finger are kind of yeah. And then inside this we have to visualize letter Kang, Ka, yeah. If you ka, and then the dot upper, if you are familiar with the Tibetan word. If not, doesn't matter, later I can send to all of you. So from the, it's a Buddha Verochana heart mantra. So from the Kang, letter Kang inside your hand, so the different lights comes, you know, I mean, all, how does in a vast kind of different lights comes out, and then that purifies and cleans the burn sufferings, the burn substances. So that's the main thing we are purifying. Yeah. So Kang So Ha, and then Banjar, and then again continue. Banjara Saparana Kang. Then Namo, then you have to play the bell. Namo Andagi Sambe Tabda Kanti Jin Shipe Jindo Kanti Jin Simchin Namla Penda Chitanam Kandak Samba Gun Teda Tamje Jiri Tokpa Me Para Jungur. We have to play bell. I think when I play bell, you can't hear me chanting, yeah?
We can hear you even with the bell.
Ah, okay, good. That's good. So this one from the Namo Dagi Sambe Tobda, we have to play bell, yeah? You can do, oh, I haven't wrote that, forgot, sorry. So, Tokpa Meper, Jungyur Chik. So then this is the, there are two options of cleanse. So I put here or, you know, these are option. If you do this, then from here we jump to page number, this self-visualization, page number 12. So there is a two purification or the cleansing two options. So we Holiness put two of them. So we take turn, you know. If we do today the upper part, then from there we just jump to the self-visualization. And sometimes we can do the next one. Okay, today we both maybe just read both then. So it says or, yeah. Jungyur Jig, and then let's read the second one also just for first time. So you have all page number 8, yeah, page number 8. Ram yang kang ige sumo tu jua le jue lai ru ju tam je du sang ze kado jiru Jigja Punsum Sokpa Mitsang Wetima Nikyon Tamche Jangpe Duyun Dube Yun Tenenga Tang Denpa Parnang Namka Saji Tam Yongsu Kape Dujine Samgi Mika Parangangwa Reguru from here more the upper one has only one mudra, but here it has more mudra. So first one is like the folding hand, but it's little bit like this, you know, folding hand we just fold like that, right? So here it's a little bit bending from, so it's a Buddha Shakyamuni mudra. So this is the Buddha Shakyamuni mantra. Om Subhava Shuddha Sarva Dharma Subhava Shuddho Hang. Yeah. So this one is the first one. So mudra is like this, just folding hand. And then second one is same one as before, the Buddha Verochana. Nama sarva tatha gata bayu pishu mukhe be sarva thekang ugat saparana imang gagana kha soha. And then Banzr, then this is the Amrita Kundali. Buddha called, we call it, yeah, Buddha or deity, Amrita Kundali mantra. So we do like this. Om Banzr Amrita Kundali Hana Hana Hum. Yeah, you all are doing okay. Like this, the both palm like that, and then the, what do you call this? Right hand, the thumbs goes up like that. Yeah, you all get it? So these all we can always repeat. You don't worry, okay? Maybe next time we can always repeat again. Like that. Yeah, you all are doing okay. I'm checking, flipping the page. Yes, great. Yes, good. Wonderful. So that's the Amrita Kundali Mudra. And then how come next last page I cannot see people? Maybe you did something, they did something, or maybe it's too much, that's why I cannot see people. It's only the photo. There's no photo also, it's a dark.
Tingla,
Anyway,
some people have put themselves off camera because it sometimes takes too much of the internet.
Okay, good. Okay. Yes, so this is the Amrita Kundali Hana Hana Hum Pai. And then Nama Sarva Tatha. So this is now Tonya Dupa. I don't know, how do you say this? Anyway, it's a 5 Buddhas. I will later I can come with the name of Buddha Tonya Dupa. It's the 5 Buddhas. So it's a Nama Sarva Tatha Gata Awa Lukite Om. Yeah, Nama Sarva Tatha Gata Awa Lukite Om Sambara Sambara. It goes like both hand goes like this. Yeah. Nama sarva tatha gata avalokite om sambara sambara hum. And then the next goes like that. Om gyana avalokite nama samandarasne bhava samay mahamani duru shidaya zolani hum. Yeah, like that. This you can just, the right hand on the here, and then left hand you have to do like that, offering. Yeah. And then the snap. So that's it. And then last one is this Veruchana, Chakna Durje. What do you call this? Yeah, Chakna Durje's mantra. Namasamantam. So it's Namasamanta Buddhanam Draheshu Retabhagyate Mahasamai. So this goes like that. Like hand like that, and then and then it moves. Move from your wrist. You all are doing okay. Yes. Namasamantam Buddhanam Traheshu Jeta Bhagyate Mahasamaya Soha. 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 Okay, great. You all are doing good. That's it. So that's that. Then now the next comes self-visualization. Yeah, so this we can repeat, okay? And then maybe if you have questions in the end, you can ask the questions, and again we can always discuss together. So the next is self-visualization. So here we play the bell actually. Bell and drummer both can play. So we normally just play the bell because of the cymbal and drum we have to play here in between. So okay, now let's chant together. chi nyam ni tu ji lo le su da ni be ma ju ni in kun chung zi chui nham đêm par u la pe sha go dim sul sao pe tan chu gu shi dor ji du zi nam ka jang ka ni cha yung pel gel bo chen bo rol be shu ye su la jam men da ra o sa ju be nan ju mai du khar chen so gel sa khar mu ni kan du ji bu ku sung tu la om a hum te le so here we play both Damaru and Bell. So this is the I said self-visualization. So we have to visualize ourselves Guru Rinpoche, yeah, Guru Pema June. I think Guru Rinpoche is so many. So Guru Pema June is the one in also, I think many of you know anyway. So sitting, it says in here, but I think I will try to get the translation later. So this self-visualization was Holiness put it. It's from Quicken Pema Karpo, 4th Gelwang Drukpa, the smoke puja which we have in Rosary. So it's the same visualization of Guru Rinpoche. So we have to visualize yourself Guru Rinpoche, and then Yesu. Right hand side is Mendarawa, and Guru Rinpoche's Mendarawa and consort, and then left is Ishe Tsogel. So that's what we have to visualize. So visualize, and then the invocation comes. So we have to invoke or invite the Guru Rinpoche from the pure lens or from the spaciousness. So that come. So this one anyway, that we can always do always together. So maybe you can get used to the melody. So here, so when we say tele chenten or zer true, so all this detail, the visualization and all this, I can later, and I think next week we can always, I can go together. Okay. So then play the Damaru. Just one, and play. Actually, we play with the symbol. So we play, and then tuck, and then leave it. Yeah. And then now, that invocation. Okay. So invocation actually means, I think many of you already know. Invocation means now we have to. We call it Samaya deity and wisdom deity. Yeah. So our self visualization Guru Rinpoche is we call it Samaya deity. Yeah. And then now we have to invite the Guru Rinpoche from the pure lens or from the spaciousness, which is the wisdom deity. So that we have to, that's why we call it invocation. We are inviting. So at the same time, we have to have the devotion and confidence that Guru Rinpoche really, your guru in a form of Guru Rinpoche really comes from the pure land with all sorts of feelings and all these things, visualization as we normally do. Sometimes when we say visualization, we have ourselves being a very conservative, or how do you say, fanatic kind of person, the visualization also becomes very stiff. Guru Rinpoche cannot move, just sit like that all the time. It's not like that. So Guru Rinpoche is a movable, talkable, or how do you say? It has feeling. Guru Rinpoche has feeling. Guru Rinpoche really life. Guru Rinpoche, it's not a kind of a statue inviting from the spaciousness or from the pure land. So that understanding we always have to have as a visualization. We call it kerim, we call it in Tibetan, we call it kerim. For the kerim, it's very important to have the understanding of what actually it means. So that's the invocation anyway. So let's chant together. And then we play. Okay, so that's the invocation. We invite Guru Rinpoche from this space, and then visualize the Guru Rinpoche really lively came in front of us, and then we offer these 7 branches, 7 branch prayer. Yeah. Yeah. You're saying anything? Was it clear?
Yes, Tingla, that was clear. When someone joins the call, it interferes with the audio a little bit.
Okay, doesn't matter. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so this melody you have to also learn. You want to do again, or we go continue next? Again, yeah? Okay. Let's repeat the visualization. No, the invocation. Invocation, repeat one more. So then you will get used to the melody.
Tingla,
Yes?
what page number is it? Because we lost track.
15, invocation, page number 15.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. Okay, so from there we repeat. So yeah, you all have the Damaru and bell. If not, next time you can bring so we can practice together. Yeah. Okay, so then now we have to visualize the Guru Rinpoche comes from the spaciousness in front of us, and then now we offer the 7 branch prayer, means prostration and offering and confession. Yeah, what is it? And then rejoicing, and then asking them to turn the wheel of Dharma, and then asking them to remain forever without passing to parinirvana, to Guru Rinpoche and all this. Yeah, Guru Rinpoche actually. So that's we call a 7 branch prayer. So let's do together. I can always later I can go through every detail. Okay, 7 branch, what is it? I think if you have no idea, I think many of you are already familiar. So this one now we do. I said here, Damaru and bell while chanting. So we have to play together now. Okay, continue. Okay, page number 17, 7 branch prayer. So that we will be doing. So there's the one. Can you, I think when I play, you can hear with simultaneously with Damaru and bell?
It's a little
No,
bit
yeah?
hard to hear you singing when the Dhamma and bell's playing.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
know.
but we can
Okay,
see, yeah.
so first we just chant, okay, without Damaru and bell. So then later I can once you get used to the melody, we can focus on the Damaru and Bell. So let's chant again together. It's a very melodious one. Okay, 17, 7 branch, yeah. Mamo kanju rol peya hape majune kyulat China sa de kolim chuzi chi chi gun du zang chut be jin le kan chul ba ha de jin da gi bu gi jin thok ma me ne da de Cherang khana ma thue di Gitang gi zi ai rang wa tham chi gyu gi chen er sha Ge wa chi la ji rang Shigi kurlo kurwar kur Nyangin mi da ju su su Ge wa jang ju do chi mun Korji da da yi mi gyur Jaja guji jagyuncho. Okay, there's the one. Clear enough without Damaru and Bell? Okay. Okay, we do again one more.
It was clear, thank you.
Okay. Okay, now do again, then we can do one with the Damaru and Bell. Yeah? So this is the only part, the 7 branches we do while chanting, we do with Damaru and Bell. Rest only in the last or in the beginning we play Damaru and Bell. So this is the only one we while chanting we play. Okay, so we can do one more. Ke ri zila me choki je Gil khur khul ki gun Mamu khanju rol pe ya Ape majune kyunadu China sa de konim chuzi chi chi gun du zang chut be jin le kan chul ba adam chi gyu gi chen sha ge wa chi lai ji ra Shigi kurlo kurwar guyo Nyangin mi da ju su su Ge wa jang ju do chi Kurji da da yi mi gyur Zaza gu che cha gyu I think I jump, yeah? Huh? I jump. I missed a few. The next. Okay, do it again. Yeah, do it again. Ke ri zila me choki je Gil khur khul ki gun Mamu khanju rol pe ya Ape majune kyuladu China sa de konim chuji ji gundu za chut be jin le ga jul ba tham chi okay. What is again? I said something. 대신 다기 불기 시야 통마미네 다디벌 제랑카나 마되디 기당기 즈아이라 아탐지 규기 제나샤 기와질라 지라 주기 굴로 굴와르굴 향인이다 주수수 기와 장주 도시모 굴지다다 자자구지 자규초스. Okay. Okay, shall we do now with Damaru? Slowly we can learn, okay? So only we can take time, slowly. Okay, now I will try to chant loudly. Okay, repeat again from page number 17, yeah, 7 branch. Okay, so we hold like that, Damaru inside, like we do with Singitzewa, and then bell here, and then it start going out, like that. China sa de kone chuji ji gundu chuji ji le ga dulba ate zindagi bugi Thoma mine da Terangana maturi Gitangi zaira Atam chigugi Niwajila jira Chugi holo Okay, like that. So, okay, let me just show you the Damaru. So Damaru, it's a kind of a, melody is also, it goes with the rhythm. Yeah, so it's a 4 kind of a, how do you say, different, the melody itself is so one stanza has kind of a different melodies, one every single sentence has a kind of a different melody. So that also goes with the Damaru. So Damaru we do like the first two lines has a little different one, like you know, only first two lines. Then it's simple, it just goes in and out. Second, last two lines is just simple, and then again repeat. So like that, it goes with four rhythm, you know, four lines is a kind of a complete melody, and then there also goes first two line we do like. So this we have to do fast, yeah. The first two is 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. It's like that. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. And then next two is same. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So if it is easy to count like that, it's like that, yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Oh, that's the one. So with the melody, like that. Okay, it makes some sense. Good. So anyway, next time again we can do. So what about the timing now? Time just flies. It's already 7:30. We can continue a little more. All of you are okay? Not tired? Yeah, maybe 15 more minutes or maybe half an hour. Let's say till 8 o'clock. Yeah, then so maybe for some of you. Yeah, America is early morning, isn't it? 8 o'clock. You are starting very good. And then for some Asian, I think Hong Kong and Singapore are getting quite late, but not so late though. Okay, guess I'm using. Oh, everybody comes there. Okay, so so shall we continue? Yeah, okay. Give me your idea. You would like to stop here, or we continue one more? Okay, Nick, then the Damaru and Bell you can learn, or maybe you can. I can also do short video for all of you if you like, or maybe you can now record it so you can learn that. Then next time again we come back. So now next one, just read this part, and then it's a kind of a complete, the beginning of sort of completing. So we can stop there. So the next, yeah, page number 20 from, yeah, then we play Damaru and Bell after this 7 branches. So so we offer, actually means now we offer this 7 branch, and then we ask Guru Rinpoche to then yeah, to bless all these substances, burn substances, and ourselves also. Then now we read this one, next one. Okay, okay, you all have page number 20. Yeah, then read together. Ke kun za tu je rol pe je kun kya lama rinbo che te yu nam chul mi ze pe chin la bya chen ge par ze kham chu da we nang ye la ji wa da ni cho cha ge gel we gil kur kun sherne cho da kun mo mo jub zul jung e ze pa sham me ja sa nga ri nga zu nga da yin pu chi pung kal pa ji ra ra so sui ke du ja na ji umar ring pe zo sa sum rol pe Sogi cho kanjo mai Jawa dum china sawe Parche sil kya pi tamba Kenam lahangi sume par Su kya pa teni to chin Duji yul nyami rikbe Mandu jum de chir tene Kenam la mi che loi da kya gi den min sun min shu de pe chun pe rol pe dir juk she. Okay, that's what we do there. So here, so here we have to visualize that Guru Rinpoche has, came, and we already invited, and then he blessed all the substances, and then now kind of we say requested to be seated, so then Guru Rinpoche is always there. Then we do the smoke burning offering from here. The next, so from here actually the main Nolsang is starting from this Ke Simchen Kunkya, page number 24. So before this, all this, it's a part of the ritual, definitely we need like refuge, bodhicitta, self-visualization, 7 branch offering, and then to be seated, all this. So holiness put all together, which is mainly from the Kunkya Pema Karpo, the 4th Gelong Drukpa has composed the smoke puja, which we have the bigger version in the rosary. I think 3rd and 4th edition has it. So we got from there. Yeah. Okay, so now you have, yeah, let's now, I will stop. If you have any question till now, we can have a little bit of Q&A. So you all can now, I don't know, unmute. Yeah. What do you think? That's what who is yesterday someone and I was discussing, we can have a Q&A session if you have any kind of a doubt or question. So then we can stop for today. Yeah, I think it's enough. Not too much is maybe.
Tingla,
yeah?
could you send us a picture of the Kang, please?
Picture of the
Kang syllable. You know, when
Oh,
we do
okay,
the mudra,
definitely.
we have the Kang. Yeah.
Sure,
Yeah.
sure, I will do that. Yeah.
And would you, the mudras, would you just go through them and then I can film them on my camera?
Or
Now,
even if you could do a video for us, Tingna, if you could do a slow video showing us all the mudras, that too would be great.
Yes,
okay.
I was rather hoping to have it on my phone, and then I can learn it in one place. But never
Okay, I
mind.
can read it for all of you, and I can send it over to all of you. Yeah.
Yeah, great. Thanks.
Is there any I can send here in this what do you call Zoom?
Yeah.
So then all of you can have it.
Yeah.
Yeah. How should I send? I have no idea.
I'm not
Well,
sure.
send it to Di, and then she can send it out to us.
Yeah, send it to Di.
Okay. For our, I think in 2 different group, I can send it anyway. I will.
Yeah.
Make everybody. Okay. So any question apart from that?
When is the next session to learn? The next
Saturday.
section, when's the next one?
Saturday. Yeah.
What time?
Because same time, because this time is the best for everybody, because many of our participants are from America, so too early maybe then difficult, and then many of you are from London, many of you are London and UK, and then Asian, and also myself and Zangmola, we are in Nepal, and one of our friends is also in Nepal, 2 of us in Nepal, and then
I can't make Saturday, but if you could record it, I can listen back perhaps. Sunday would have been okay. But if you can record
Sophie,
Sunday's good because no working.
Record, yeah.
Sunday's good, no working.
Okay. So every weekend is happening, because I think many of you I came to know now. I think I starting to open lockdown. So it seems like many of you are busy working. So we suggested to do only in the weekend, not the weekdays. Yeah. So meanwhile, you can learn whatever we did today. And mainly, as I said, practice is also very important. These are amazing thing. And also, as Guru Rinpoche said, just by reading it will have a great beneficial, especially for this pandemic, to over on, and then to remove and purify all this contamination. So it's a great thing, and at the same time you all can practice meanwhile in the weekdays. So we can Saturday and Sunday we can do. I suppose to start yesterday, but then downloading and so many things, so we couldn't start yesterday. So this time, this only Sunday, and then next we can do Saturday and Sunday, and then we continue until we finish properly. Yeah, start learning chanting, and then also I can give a little bit of explanation, and let's say kind of a teaching. Anyway, I have not much of to teach. I'm also myself is beginner. So, but still I can always discuss with all of you. It is beneficial. Nolsang and also the other topics always comes in there. When we do one set of ritual, everything comes in, like refuge, bodhicitta, visualization, everything comes in. So we can always talk about them. Yeah.
Thank you, Tingla. Also, just to let everyone know that each teaching will be recorded, and it would be wonderful if I could have a point of contact for maybe Claire for London, maybe Di for her team in London, and anyone international, if they could be a contact point, so I can distribute the recording, and then you can distribute to the rest of our Dharma friends.
They will be great. Or maybe why we can, WhatsApp can have so many people in one group, no?
Yeah, it can have lots of people, yeah.
We can create a WhatsApp group. So then easy and share. I can share my mudras and chanting in there.
Yeah, great.
So,
good.
What do you think? I mean, we have a set of our session group together. So then we don't, we have to, I mean, I think no one will put a kind of a nonsense photos or anything. So, you know, just, yeah. So then just sending the recording will make much easier, I think, WhatsApp.
Yeah, good idea, good idea.
So one of us can, one of you can create, maybe Claire or maybe Sophie or Dai or whoever. Or from, yeah. Okay, any questions?
To whom we can send our WhatsApp telephone number, to whom we can send to our WhatsApp. Because on Zoom you can't see our WhatsApp, right? Our number.
I don't know. I have no idea about this. First time using it.
I think so. Well, we should probably send to our coordinators like Di for London and whoever else for wherever else.
Yes. Yes. Let's do that. Yeah, I think there is a way to find, or maybe you can, whoever has contact me, my contact, you can send to me, and then I can add in the group once we have this group. Yeah.
Yeah. Do you look at your Facebook Messenger?
Who? Oh, sorry.
You, Tingla. Do you look at your Facebook Messenger? Because I could send you on Facebook.
Yes. You can send me on Facebook. I do check sometimes, but not always.
Yeah.
But yeah, I can check for this sake, definitely.
Okay.
You can, yeah.
Okay.
Tingla, for the rest that I got on today, I'll send you the contact on your WhatsApp, and then you can send it across to the rest. Yeah,
Okay.
thank you.
Okay.
Oh, Claire is the main contact, yeah? Claire, is it possible if you can share your contact, your WhatsApp contact, and then I can forward to you? Hello?
Claire, I maybe cannot hear.
Oh, Claire can't hear, yeah.
Type a message in the chat. Type a message to her in the chat.
Muted now.
Okay.
Hi, yes, I can share my number. That's no problem whatsoever. I can share it now if anybody wants it.
Yes, please.
Yeah.
So it's 0 or 44 for England if you're outside of England.
Yep.
77
77
10
10
597
597
341.
341. So it's +44 7710 597 341.
Perfect.
Great. I'm Zhangmo here, and I shall send you one right now.
Wonderful.
Okay. Thank you so much for organizing all of this. Thank you
Thank
so
you,
much,
thank you.
Tingla. It's been wonderful. Thank you.
No.
Yeah, thank you, Ting, so much.
Thank you. Tingla.
Thank you, Ting.
Have a great weekend. Stay safe.
Thank you so much, Lobola.
Bye. Bye. Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you, Ting.
Thank you.